This is an O-scale printed cardstock engine house model. I took some video of the build. I wanted to share it with you because I did stuff a little bit differently on mine. This isn't a how-to kind of video. I just didn't have time to do something like that. Rather, this is a chronological collection of videos I took during the build with me narrating the progress. This is not a difficult model to build, but it is large with a lot of detail. The engine house has been on my hobby table for about 4 weeks. Even the wife commented that I spent a lot more time on this than any other cardstock model that I've built, but it was well worth it. Going over to where you can get this model, I downloaded it from clevermodels.net. This is the website. Go to shop for model kits. It's on page 7, and there it is, the Gore and Daffodid engine house. I don't know how to pronounce that. Part number S27, and you can see it's $25 for the O-scale kit. So I probably have about 40 bucks in it with the materials. I wanted to show you the instructions also. This comes with detailed instructions. The trusses are the most difficult part and complicated. So that was the first thing I did, is the trusses. So after you get those, they're not really difficult to build. They go together kind of easy after you cut them out and do the fold lines. They pretty much fold right together, and they're pretty neat. They look good. But then I ended up not using them because I went with the foam board. So I decided to do foam board in the walls because I was thinking I would be adding lights to it, and I didn't want lights to shine through any of the cardstock. So it's pretty much just laminating the papers to the inside and outside of foam board that I got at the Dollar Tree. So I'd already done the front wall, but then I didn't end up using it because I was doing foam board. So I took the wall that I wasn't using, printed out an engine, and put it behind it and gave it to my uncle, and he put it on his layout. So that's what happened to that. Now this is the plan, was for the foam board to be inside of the outside walls. So I cut about 3/16 of an inch off the inside of the interior walls. This is the front wall in the foam board, and I have one layer of details, I think, on the front wall and the back wall, on the interior and exterior. I think I added one more layer of detail. And on this, the interior, or the side walls with all the windows, don't have any interior done on them yet. But that's kind of how it's going together. Start adding details. This is trim for the outside wall with all the windows. And there you have the front wall, and that's pretty much finished at that point. There's the exterior, and there's the interior. Notice I got a little bumps where my glue came unstuck on some of that trim. I saw those in the videos, so I was able to fix those. Gotta watch when the glue doesn't stick. That's the interior and exterior of the front wall, and this is the back wall. Now they have doors, and what I did was I have a foam piece in that door, and so it can come out, because I didn't know if I was going to want that there or not. But I have trim on the inside and outside of this wall and that door, which I ended up not having it when I did the videos of on the layout. So I really like the looks of this wall with the door. It came out good. there's a lot of windows cut out. So I have interior and exterior on each of those windows. There's an interior piece, and the glass that I used in the windows is actually from the Deuce's bike shop, from Woodland Scenics. I used the packaging from it for the windows on this. Interior and exterior on all the windows, and then added some trim to the inside of the walls. By adding the layers of detail, it gives a little bit of depth to the buildings. So that's how it'll sit in the corner with that piece cut off of the foam. Here's a better look at the corner, the way I've got them fitting together. Boop. So all the walls are done, and those trusses I made with foam board, and then I stuck a piece of paper, printed the outsides of them. I did that because the other ones wouldn't have fit inside of my foam board walls. After I took that space with the foam, the paper ones that I made, which I still have them, and I think I'll use them on something else. I'm going to maybe build another one of these. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, got the trusses in, and I haven't done the base or the roof. Doing little videos like this kept me going because this was a long build. Seemed like it took a while, Yeah, little stuff like that. Those little views like there, that kept me going through the build. So I was pretty happy with it. So at this point now I've got the base in. You see, I never planned on this having two bays. I only was going to use the one bay because I have a track for that. So the other side is just going to be shop tools and stuff. I didn't know what I was going to put over there, but I wanted to just have one bay for the tracks. And I raised up because I wasn't sure how the clearance would be on the tracks because I didn't have any tracks at home when I was building this. So there's two foam boards under the base on the walls so that it raises it up a little bit for the track, and it ended up working out really nice. Here it is with all assembled, all the walls and the trusses and the base. Still have yet to do the roof. You can see how I added little I printed off some stuff to cover the foam board on the base. Did some more of the rock foundation. So I was pretty tickled with how this was coming out. Next was the roof. The shaker shingle roof, it really came out nice. That was a little bit tedious, not nearly as tedious as the windows, but it came out nice. And skylights in the roof, they worked really well. I wish I would have put more in. Ta-da! This is completely finished. Well, it's finished as I was going to have it at the house. I was real happy with how this turned out, and I was really anxious to get it on the layout, get some videos of it on the layout and see how it looked on there. And this inside, there's no lights in there right now. That's all, just I have an overhead light above my table, and that's how it shines through. So I wish I would have put more skylights in the roof. I thought about it when I was building the roof, but I didn't do it. Here it is on the layout. There's a couple things I wanted to show you on the layout. I put a strip of LED lights in the trusses at the very top. It was an old strip of lights that I had, and I wired them up. Ended up they were not really bright, so I might change those. But I added some details to the inside because I didn't know what to put in there, so I got a couple tanks, an oil tank and a fuel tank, and a bench with some stuff on it. So there you have it. Next I have some videos of some trains going around the engine house and in and out of the engine house. So I want to thank you for watching. Hope this was helpful to you, and God bless.
How did you run? You ran great. Thanks. Take care. See you soon.